Stop scrolling. If you receive Social Security, SSI, SSDI, or you're planning to retire in the next 10 to 15 years, this video is for you. A new rule has quietly gone into effect. No press conference, no emergency alerts, no clear explanation. But behind the scenes, it is forcing the Social Security Administration to cut back services, and millions of Americans are already feeling the impact. Longer wait times, closed offices, delayed decisions, suspended reviews, and for some people, missed payments. Today, we're breaking down what this new Social Security rule really does, why the agency says it has no choice but to cut services, who gets hit first and hardest, the hidden ripple effects no one is talking about, and most importantly, what you must do right now to protect your benefits. Stay with me to the end, because the final section may save you months of delays or even thousands of dollars. Let's get into it. What just changed? The headline sounds simple. New Social Security rule forces agency to cut back services. But the reality is anything but simple. This isn't about one tiny policy tweak. This isn't about a temporary glitch. This is about how Social Security operates day to day. The core of the new rule. At its heart, the new rule redefines how the Social Security Administration allocates its limited resources. Instead of proactively helping beneficiaries speeding up claims, offering broad in-person assistance, the agency is now being pushed to prioritize only legally mandatory actions, delay or suspend non-essential services, reduce human involvement wherever possible. Translation: if something isn't strictly required by law, it may now be slowed down, handled automatically, or not handled at all. Why this is a big deal: for decades, Social Security worked on a balance. Process claims, answer questions, fix errors, help seniors in person. This new rule breaks that balance. Now the system is shifting toward minimal service, maximum automation, fewer live workers, longer queues, and that shift has consequences. Why is SSA cutting services? The agency's official explanation sounds reasonable at first. They say budget pressure, staffing shortages, growing number of retirees, rising administrative costs. And yes, all of that is real. But here's what they're not saying loudly: demand is exploding. Every single day, 10,000 Americans turn 65 millions rely on monthly benefits. Disability claims continue to rise. The system was designed decades ago for a smaller population. It was never updated for longer life expectancy, digital fraud risks, complex modern work histories. Staffing is shrinking. While demand grows, the workforce is shrinking. Retirements, hiring freezes, burnout. Many local SSA offices now operate with skeleton crews, reduced hours, limited appointment slots. Some offices have no claims specialists at all. The new rule makes it official. Instead of fixing the gap, the rule essentially says, do less, handle only what you must, cut the rest. And when an agency follows that directive, services disappear first. What services are being cut? Let's be very clear. Social Security is not shutting down. Checks are not stopping tomorrow, but services are being scaled back quietly. In-person help, many offices now limit walk-ins, require appointments weeks out, redirect people to phone or online systems. For seniors without internet, for disabled individuals, for non-English speakers, this is devastating. Phone support call. Wait times have exploded. What used to be 15 minutes is now 1 hour, 2 hours, or calls simply dropping and callbacks, often delayed for days. Claim reviews and corrections, errors happen, wrong payment amounts, missing credits. Fixing those errors now takes weeks, months, sometimes longer. Disability decisions. This is one of the hardest hits. SSDI and SSI claims already face delays. Now, fewer examiners, slower medical reviews, longer approval timelines. People who can't work are being forced to wait even longer. Who gets hurt the most? This isn't equal pain. Some groups are hit much harder than others. Seniors on fixed income, one mistake, one delay, and rent doesn't wait. Food prices don't wait. Utilities don't wait. Disabled beneficiaries. For many, Social Security isn't extra money, it's survival. Delays mean missed medication, housing instability, medical debt, new applicants. If you're applying now, expect slower responses, expect more automated decisions, expect less personal guidance. Rural communities' office closures hit rural areas first. Traveling hours for help is now common. The hidden effects no one is talking about. This is where it gets serious. Automation errors, more automation, more mistakes, names mismatched, earnings misreported, eligibility flagged incorrectly, and fixing those mistakes harder than ever. Increased fraud risk. Less human oversight means fraud slips through scams target confused beneficiaries, criminals thrive in chaos. Trust is breaking. Social Security works on trust. When people stop trusting the system, anxiety rises, panic spreads, bad decisions follow. What you must do right now. This is the most important part of the video. Document everything, every call, every letter, every submission. Screenshots matter. Step 2, use online accounts. Wisely create and monitor your SSA account. Check earnings records. Report errors early. Step 3, act early. Always do not wait until the last minute. Early action, fewer delays. Step 4, stay informed. Rules change quietly. The people who win are the ones who pay attention. This new Social Security rule isn't just policy, it's a warning. The system is under pressure, and the burden is shifting to you. But knowledge is protection. If this video helped you, share it. Subscribe, stay alert, because the next update may affect you even more. The legal and policy chain reaction. What most people don't realize is that one rule change at Social Security never stands alone. It triggers a legal domino effect. How rules become reality. A Social Security rule doesn't just change internal operations, it affects federal regulations, state-level coordination, court backlogs, appeals systems. When SSA cuts services, appeals surge. And when appeals surge, judges get overwhelmed, hearings are delayed, decisions take longer. This means people who are wrongly denied benefits now wait years, not months. The quiet legal bottleneck. Here's the truth no one explains clearly. Every time SSA limits human review, more cases go to appeal. But the appeal system was never designed for mass volume, is already overloaded, has limited administrative judges result, a silent legal traffic jam that traps beneficiaries in limbo. Real-life scenarios. Let's move away from theory. These are real patterns happening right now. Scenario 1, the delayed retirement. A 66-year-old files for retirement benefits. Everything looks correct. But an automated system flags a minor earnings discrepancy. Before the rule change, a staff member reviews it, fixes it in days. After the rule change, the file is frozen. No human review, claim delayed for months, no income, savings draining, stress rising. Scenario 2, disability applicant stuck in review. A worker injured on the job applies for SSDI. Medical records are submitted, but due to staffing cuts, no examiner is assigned, case sits idle, months pass, rent is overdue, medical bills pile up. This is not rare, this is becoming normal. Why this rule came now, RS. This didn't happen by accident. Demographics are forcing the issue. More retirees, fewer workers paying in. The system is under strain. Instead of expanding service capacity, the rule does the opposite. Reduce service shift responsibility to individuals, normalize delays, budget reality versus political reality. No politician wants to say, Social Security can't keep up. So the solution becomes administrative, quiet, technical, buried in rule language. But the impact is very loud for beneficiaries. If nothing changes, here's what experts expect. What Social Security will look like. More automation, fewer live representatives, longer wait times, higher denial rates. What beneficiaries will be expected to do. Self-manage accounts, catch errors alone, file appeals without guidance. Those who can't, they fall behind. In today's system, protecting your Social Security benefits requires active involvement, not passive trust. Every beneficiary should maintain a personal Social Security file, both digitally and in paper form. That includes your full earnings history, all medical records related to disability or health claims, and every letter or notice you receive from the Social Security Administration, because these documents are often needed to correct errors or defend your case. Never ignore a notice from Social Security, even if it seems minor or confusing, because silence is often treated as acceptance, and missed deadlines can permanently harm your benefits. Always respond as early as possible, keep copies of everything you submit, and when the issue is serious or time sensitive, use certified mail or another trackable method so you can prove your response was received. In a system with reduced services and fewer human reviews, documentation and proof are no longer optional. They are your strongest protection. The ending that changes everything. Now, listen carefully because what I'm about to say is not just the conclusion of a video, it is the single most critical message that every Social Security beneficiary, every SSI or SSDI recipient, and anyone planning to retire in the next decade needs to understand immediately. This is bigger than one simple rule, bigger than one government agency. It is a fundamental shift in the very way Social Security operates, in the way services are delivered, and in the level of protection you can rely on. No longer can you assume that help will be readily available, that errors will be corrected automatically, or that your payments will always arrive on time. The system that millions of Americans have trusted for decades is quietly changing, and the consequences of not paying attention are already being felt. Longer wait times, reduced access to offices, delayed claims, suspended reviews, and even missed payments for some. This isn't just a policy tweak, it is a wake up call. It is a shift in responsibility, shifting the burden onto you, the individual, to be informed, proactive, and vigilant. The stakes are high. If you ignore it, the impact could be months of delays, lost income, or serious financial stress. But if you understand it, if you take action now, you can navigate the changes, protect your benefits, and ensure that your rights and hard earned money are preserved. This is the moment where awareness turns into power, and where preparation makes the difference between being caught off guard and staying in control. The Social Security system that many of us have relied on for decades, the one we grew up trusting to provide stability in retirement or during times of disability, is no longer the system it used to be. This isn't because benefits are being eliminated or because monthly checks are disappearing. Those protections still exist. The real change lies in access and support. Services that were once readily available, like in-person assistance, timely claim reviews, and phone support, are steadily shrinking. Human interaction, guidance, and oversight that beneficiaries once depended on are becoming limited or delayed. With each cutback, the system sends an unmistakable and unsettling message. You're on your own now. For seniors living on fixed incomes, for disabled Americans who depend on these benefits to survive, and for anyone relying on timely payments, this shift is far more than inconvenient, it is dangerous. Suddenly, navigating the Social Security system requires vigilance, knowledge, and action because the safety net that many assumed would always be there is quietly thinning. What this means for you from this moment forward, you must be more alert than ever. You must read every SSA letter, you must question every delay. You must assume errors are possible because the system will not automatically protect you anymore. You have to protect yourself. This rule is quietly dividing beneficiaries into two groups. Groups are one, the uninformed. They assume SSA will fix it. Someone will call me. It'll work itself out. These are the people who lose months of benefits. Missed deadlines, get stuck in appeals. Group number two, the prepared. They track everything, act early, stay informed. These are the people who avoid delays, fix mistakes faster, keep their income stable. This video decides which group you're in. If services are being cut back now, imagine what happens during a budget crisis, a government shutdown, a major policy change. When the system is under pressure, those who wait lose. What you should do today, not tomorrow. Before you turn off this video, 1, log into your Social Security account. 2. Review your earnings history. 3. Save copies of all documents. 4. Mark important dates on a calendar. These small actions can save you months of stress, thousands of dollars, endless frustration. Why this video matters. Most people will hear about this rule too late. They'll find out when their call isn't answered, their office is closed, their payment is delayed. You found out before that moment. That gives you power. Social Security was created to provide stability, but stability now requires attention, not fear, not panic, awareness, preparation, action. If this video helped you understand what's really happening, share it with someone who depends on Social Security. Subscribe so you don't miss critical updates. Stay informed because the rules are changing quietly. And remember this, when services are cut back, knowledge becomes your strongest benefit. The next update could affect your payment date, your eligibility, or your access to help. Make sure you don't miss it. Subscribe, stay alert, stay protected.